Mindly presents 10 psychological facts that will blow your mind. The science of psychology looks at the mind and behaviour. For decades, there have been studies on why humans are the way that they are, and these studies will continue on into the future as well. The human brain is an amazing organ. It has the power to make us feel and experience a wide range of emotions. It also has the ability to understand and process complex thoughts and ideas. There are many things that the brain does on a daily basis that we may not be aware of, and here are some of them. 10 psychological facts that will blow your mind. Number 1. We remember information better if associated with an emotional experience. The human brain is wired to remember emotional events more than it remembers facts. It is also more likely to forget information that lacks emotional content. This is the reason why companies use content marketing and branding to create an emotional connection with their audience. Content marketing helps companies establish a relationship with their customers, increase brand awareness, and boost customer loyalty. Emotional content can be used to capture attention and make people want to read the rest of the article, or share it with friends on social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and so on. Number 2. The more we use a word, the more we like it. This phenomenon is called frequency-induced liking. It refers to the formation of a positive opinion of something on the basis of using it often. That's why our brains are wired to enjoy things that are familiar and repetitive. The more familiar we are with a word, the less time it takes for our brains to recognize its patterns and begin to like it. Number 3. We are more likely to believe something if we hear it from someone we know. The way we process information is different if it comes from someone we know. This is because the human brain has developed a natural defense mechanism against misinformation, which it does by trusting people who are close to us. Also, when it comes to marketing, people are more likely to trust a brand that they know, rather than a new one. This is why building relationships with an audience through personal content is so important, especially on the internet and social media. Number 4. Women tend to be better at reading emotions than men. This is the result of a recent study, which claims that women tend to be more empathetic and nurturing than men, which gives them the ability to better understand how others feel. This makes them more attuned to the nuances of human interactions and facial expressions. The study found that this difference in skill sets could be due to the hormones testosterone and estrogen, which have been linked to emotional regulation. Another also found that there is a correlation between empathy and emotion recognition. In the experiment, women were able to read emotions better than men, who usually tend to possess lower levels of empathy. Number 5. When someone is hungry, they will have a higher chance of being aggressive or violent. In a study, it was found that people who had just eaten were less aggressive than those who were hungry. The participants in the study were given a bowl of soup and then asked to answer questions about their mood. Those who had just eaten reported being more relaxed and less aggressive than those who had not yet been fed. The study also found that people with low blood sugar levels are more likely to be aggressive or violent, and that people with high blood sugar levels are more likely to be happy and sociable. Number 6. We look for human faces even in inanimate objects. There is a reason why we find human faces in inanimate objects. We are hardwired to be social creatures who want to connect with other people. There is some evidence that our brains are wired for facial recognition, regardless of the shape of the face, and that this facial recognition system can activate even when it doesn't see an actual face. The phenomenon of seeing human faces in inanimate objects has been around for centuries, and there are many examples from all over the world, including the famous example of Jesus on toast. Number 7. When a rule seems too strict, we want to break it more. It is human nature to rebel against authority and rules. This has been seen in the past with the rise of punk rock, hip hop, and grunge music. as well as with the recent rise of anti-establishment sentiment in politics. We see this rebellious attitude in all types of people, including kids and adults. The idea that you can't do something because it's not allowed is a huge turn-off for many people. We also see this type of behaviour when people try to break social norms like public nudity or swearing in public. Number 8. The brain has a negativity bias. The negativity bias refers to the tendency of people to pay more attention and give more weight to negative events than they do to positive ones. For example, if someone has had a bad day, they may dwell on it for weeks or months while forgetting about all their good days. This is because our brains are wired in such a way that they focus on the negative aspects of life more than the positive ones, which may have evolved as a protective mechanism to keep us safe from harm. Number 9. We are more likely to believe something if it is written in a larger font. People have been conditioned by various marketing campaigns and advertisements to believe that if something is written in a large font, then it must be important and true. This phenomenon is called the font effect and was first documented by psychologist Robert Zajonc in 1965. He found that people were more likely to remember words when they were written in a larger font size than when they were written in a smaller one. Number 10. The more options we have, the less satisfied we become with what we choose. The paradox of choice, as it is called, is a phrase coined by Barry Schwartz in his 2004 book, The Paradox of Choice: Why More is Less. He claims that having too many choices actually makes people less happy. Schwartz argues that when people are faced with too many choices to make, they feel overwhelmed and are likely to experience regret for not choosing the best option. As a result, their overall satisfaction with their decision is diminished. So, what do you think? Do you know any other curious psychology facts? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button for more videos like this. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.